Hello, and welcome to my YouTube channel. If there's one thing that you will soon learn about me, it is my love of makeup. I started a few years ago watching some makeup artists on YouTube. Of course, many of those have grown to millions of subscribers since then, but really fell in love with the craft, wanted to improve myself, and lately I've noticed that there has been a little bit of a push away from the tried and true makeup tutorial that so many of these really talented individuals got started on. There's been a lot of gimmicks going around on YouTube, and I get it. You have to have people to tune in to your channel, and having a gimmick is a really fast and easy way to do that. But if you are like me, you are here for the makeup and you really love that and just any chance to improve and to learn. So that is why I am here today, and I'm also excited to announce the start of my new tag. I have always been a fan of Jaclyn Hill from the very beginning, and a few years ago she released this little gem. It is the Jaclyn Hill Palette in collaboration with Morphe. Absolutely just gorgeous colors in here. So many really cool ones to play with and check out. Unfortunately, when it was released, I could not afford this. I was balling on a budget. I still kind of am balling on a budget, but luckily I have been able to afford it now. So I missed out on playing with it. And you know what? I think there are probably a lot of you out there in the online universe that you don't always have the money to buy the latest and greatest. Plus they get sold out so quickly. And I'm right there with you. I have other things to buy. Food is one of those things. I am definitely a foodie, but I do love makeup and I do appreciate it. And so what I really hope to do with this channel is give you a lot of really great makeup tips, kind of go back to the good old days of makeup on YouTube, while also using some products that by now maybe are not the latest and greatest, but they are more affordable now. Maybe you've had a little bit of time to save up for them like I have. I just got this Jaclyn Hill palette for Christmas, so I really haven't had it for that long, and I haven't even played in it that much. For this tag though, I am going to be creating a different eye look every single day using the Jaclyn Hill palette, all the colors. There are so many great ones to really play with, and hopefully you feel inspired by these eye looks and you feel free to either recreate them or make them your own using something like this that is such a tried and true, something I believe you should really have in your makeup collection. The colors are so pigmented, they blend really nicely, and I'm super excited to have you join me on this journey. Today's look though, as you can see, I call it Burnin It Up. It's hot out there. It's summertime. It has been over 100 degrees where I live for the last week. Absolutely miserable. All you want to do is stay inside or stay at the pool. So this look is in honor of that. It's a lot of beautiful orange and kind of red colors that she has in her palette. A little bit of brown as well. Not so much. A little fiery, daytime appropriate. Of course, you can always nighttime this up as well. And it matches my top. So without further ado, let's get started. Starting off, I want to use obviously a color for my crease, and I am just going to using a bunch of Morphe brushes. I bought these in a kit in a pack, so they don't actually have any numbers on them, so I don't know specifically, but this is just kind of a nice fluffy brush. So you can see, and I'm just going to use this to apply the color inside of my crease, and I'm actually going to start off with, let's see, what color is this? Silk Cream. So Silk Cream is the color right here, this little guy. Absolutely gorgeous, and I think this will be a really nice transition shade. So I'm just going to tap a few times, get the excess off, and then let's see, I'm actually going to start with this eye. Just place this right in my crease using windshield wiper motions. Now I didn't pick up too much, that way I can add more as I go, but I think this is going to be a really nice transition color. It's like a really light brown, but it's also warm. I'm just going to pick up a little bit more of that. Now now for my second color, also going in the crease. I want something a little bit darker, but still really warm. So what I am going to go with is called Butter. It is this color right here. As you can see, definitely a darker brown, but still really warm tone. And that is what I'm going for. So I'm just going to pick up some of that, tap off the excess, and using the same brush, I don't really feel a need to change brushes right now because I'm still kind of building along in the crease. I am going to start on the outer corner, still in the crease, and using windshield wiper motions, really focus that from the outer corner, going about halfway into the eye and not really going any further. So I'm not going into the inner corner socket of the eye. Picking up this Roxanne color right here, pick her up, tap tap, and then get the excess. So what I'm going to do with this, because I really want to start darkening up the outer third of the eye, still focusing in that crease area, but I'm actually going to start getting on some of the lid now as well. So I'm going to take the brush and just on the outer third. So imagine dividing your eye into thirds. So you have inner corner here, this is the third, and then this is the outer third. I'm going to focus on this outer third right here. So I'm going to place this still in the crease, but also we're getting a little on the lid. And I'm going to use circular motions instead of windshield wiper motions. I'm using very, very small circles. So next I'm going to work on the half to inner corner of my eye. So since we've already kind of done this outer third, I'm going to just do everything else this one color. I've really gone back and forth on, okay, should I use a more neutral white color, keep the eye really open? Should I stick with some browns? What should I use? And I'm feeling playful today, so after looking at this palette, I am going to go with what I think is going to be a good daytime look. So this is something that you can still wear out even though it is a red. I don't want to do anything too drastic, although I do, but I do have to go out later. So I am going to go in with more of a sandy brown kind of shade, and I'm actually going to use this one right here. This is called M.FE.O, this guy right here, as you can see. And the difference between that one and Silk Cream is that it is a little more brown and has a little bit more pigment to it, which I love, and a little less warm, I feel, than the other one. But, you know, we're going to give it a shot. We're going to see how it looks. I might end up changing. For this, I am going to use a more defined brush, as you can see, just used to kind of pack it on the lid. So I'm going to pick up that M.FE.O, pack it on my brush, tap off the excess, and then I'm going to start in the center of my eye, not in the inner corner. And I'm just going to begin placing that. Pick up a little bit more, tap off excess, and just kind of pat it all over the eyelid. And I do really like that. I'm going to pick up just a little more. I think it keeps it from looking too drastic. Now I'm going to pick up one of the brushes we used before. This is the one that we used for the outer third of the eye. As you can see, just really bigger and more fluffy. And I'm just going to take the crease. I put nothing else on it. And just kind of go over my crease to make it blend a little bit better. gorge. Now I do want to darken up the crease just a little bit more now that I have placed color all over my lid, just because I want to. And I want to stick with this warm orange feel that we are going for. So there's this gorgeous, gorgeous color. It is called, what are you called? It is called Hunts. That's so cute. I guess it's after the ketchup. Hunts right here. That's the color I'm going to use, and I'm going to use it in my crease. And let's see. Just because I don't want a too big of a brush, because I don't want a lot of movement of this, I want to just really in the crease, darken up that crease area. I'm going to use this guy, certainly smaller, more of a definer brush, and I am just going to pick up that Hunts color, tap off the excess, and I'm going to start here, which is in the outer third of the eye, and then place it in the crease using windshield wiper motions. I'm just going to pick up a little bit more and do that again. And there you have it. One eye done. I'm going to try to do the same exact thing, at least make them look like sisters to this eye over here, and then I'll be right back and we will go through the rest of our eye routine. Turned out pretty freaking close, which is always good in my book. So now it's time to do the under eye area. I wanted to do these both at the same time simply because the under eye area I feel is really, really important and some people overlook. So I am going to start off essentially the same way that we started with the top of our eye look, and then maybe make some changes later on. So just picking up this Silk Cream color that we started with right here on this type of brush, and just on the edge, tapping off the excess, and I'm going to start on the outer part of the eye, work it in, getting closer to my eyelash line as I work in. So, and then I'm going to take a much more defined brush, and I am going to pick up the color, see, what was that? Butter. The butter color that we also used, and same idea, starting really on the outer portion of the eye. I'm going to take the color we used, Hunts, which is this reddish color right here, pick it up on this type of brush, tap off the excess, and really, really focus on the outer third of my eye, really close to the lash line. Another brush, this is, I think, considered an eyebrow brush, and I am going to pick up actually a brown shade because I want to kind of line my lash line with just a little bit of brown and then buff that out. So we haven't used any browns before, but I'm going to use this one. It's called Chip, and I really like it. It's a nice brown shade, but it's also a little warm. Pick it up on this brush, tap off the excess, and I am stamping my lash line. Now we're going to move on to mascara. And I am using Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. I love this stuff. Just recently discovered it. Before that, I have been a hardcore drugstore girl. And yes, there are some really amazing drugstore mascaras. I'm going to use one on my lower lash line in just a minute. But this little boy has changed my life. I absolutely love this Too Faced Better Than Sex. So I'm just going to coat lashes on both of my eyes, just the upper with these, and then we'll move on to bottom lashes. Now we're going to move on to the lower lashes. And really and truly, I don't have a favorite lower lash mascara. Always open to suggestions if you have one that you absolutely love. So what I have been using is the Maybelline Great Lash Mascara just on the bottom because I don't like this brush for the top. I feel like it does absolutely nothing for my eyelashes. I mean, it's not even curved. How are you supposed to have great lashes? I don't know. But it does work for my bottom lashes because I'm not doing anything too crazy there. I just don't want to get black mascara all under my eyes. That's all I'm asking for. So I'm going to do the bottom lashes of both eyes. I do feel this look is daytime appropriate, but because it's me, of course, I am going to add some falsies. That's right, fake lashes, just to give it a little more glam, a little more va-va-voom. And the lashes that I am using, they are drugstore. They are these right here. The Ardell Demi Wispies. I do love a good expensive lash. However, I don't feel they're always necessary. If you are like me and you're balling on a budget, you can buy these from the drugstore. I think I got these for $7 and there are 5 of them in this pack. Of course, you're gonna have to trim them. Of course, you know, they're not as wispy as some of like the Lilia lashes or something like that. Those lashes are beautiful as well. If you need something quick, need something immediately, I would definitely recommend the Ardell Wispies or the Demi Wispies like I have right here. Both are really, really great. So I am going to go ahead and apply those right now. Okay guys, so this is the finished look. I just put on a little bit of lip color, a little bit of highlight and some powder. But of course, as I told you, the focus today was always going to be on the eyes. I really hope you loved this look. It was certainly fun to play for once finally in the Jaclyn Hill Morphe palette. Really beautiful colors in there, and I am really feeling this Burnin It Up vibe that we have going on our eyes with the browns and the orange and a little bit of red. It goes great with my top. Super daytime appropriate. I encourage you to try this look. Send me any recreations and make sure to tune in for my next creation using the Jaclyn Hill palette in this series. Love you guys. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey. I'll see you soon.